Welcome back to Project 613. We are learning about various claims that come in front of a Jewish court where two people are arguing about money, and the law needs to be ruled according to the way prescribed in the Torah. This is a mitzvah in the Torah that all such situations should be decided by a beit din, and the law should be prescribed as the Torah determines. So some of the general principles that we will be learning today have to do with what's known as possession being 9/10 of the law. This is a common term known in secular law, but the truth is, in Judaism, it's exactly the same. And in halakha, this is called a chazaka. A chazaka means that something is established, that a person is considered the established owner of the object that is in his possession. But there are differences between movable objects and land, and we'll talk a bit about that today. So on a very basic level, what it means that possession is 9/10 of the law in Judaism is that, let's say someone comes to me and makes a claim that something that I have really belongs to them, and they don't have any witnesses, or they don't have any documentation to prove it, they are just claiming that it's theirs. Of course, we would say the burden of the proof is on them. Why? Because as far as the beit din is concerned, if I am holding on to something, we can assume that I am the owner. This is what it's called a chazakah. I am assumed to have a chazakah. It is in my possession. It means that I'm the owner. You say that it's yours. You say that I owe it to you. Prove it. If you don't prove it, there's nothing to talk about. But it even goes to the extent, what happens if you come along with witnesses that testify that this object actually did belong to you at a certain time previously? Even then, we would not believe you. That would not be enough in order to extract that object from me and return it to you. Why? Because I can just as well argue that since you owned it, I bought it from you, or perhaps you gave it to me as a gift, and right now I have it, right now it's in my possession, I am considered the rightful owner. The only thing is that in this case, I would have to make an oath to back up my claim saying that you gave it to me or that you sold it to me. But other than that, we would believe the one who it's in his possession, and so long as the one trying to take it doesn't have proof that it was sold, or doesn't have proof that it wasn't sold, or doesn't have proof to say that it's still his, it's not enough that he comes along with proof to say that it once upon a time was his. That doesn't mean anything to the beit din, because right now it's in the possession of another party, and we consider the person whose possession it's in now as the owner. That is all said when it comes to movable objects. What's about when it comes to land, when it comes to a house? There it is slightly different, where the owner who has proof that it was once upon a time his is considered the owner. And if someone else comes along and says, now it's mine, and now he is currently in possession of it, that would not be enough unless he is already there for 3 years. In order to establish a chazakah on property, it's not enough that you just show up and are living there. Rather, you have to have been there for 3 years, and your presence there would not have been contested, and there was no protest by the original owner. Then it would be considered yours. But if that is lacking, then in that situation, we would say that the chazakah, that the original ownership, is assumed to be that of the original owner, not of the one who is currently on the property. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.